Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million orders stage. Shopify is there to help you grow. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout. 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms. Because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Get a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/work. Shopify.com/work.
On today's Smart 7, Tory betting scandal continues to multiply. UN condemns Israeli actions in West Bank and lots more. It's Monday 24th of June. It's International Fairy Day and happy birthday, Mindy Kaling.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
A fourth Tory party official has become embroiled in the Gambling Commission investigation over betting on the date of the general election. The Tories' chief data officer has been notified that he is under investigation and has now had to step down from the campaign on a leave of absence. Rishi Sunak has said he's incredibly angry over the scandal, but has yet to take any firmer action without going levelling up Secretary Michael Gove, drawing comparisons with Partygate. Home Secretary James Cleverly says that the Gambling Commission investigation is continuing and needs to be allowed to complete its work.
I'm not in any way going to defend the actions of these individuals, but I'm also conscious that I don't have the full details. The only organisation that does is the Gambling Commission, and it is right that they take action.
With rumours circulating in Westminster that more Tory figures may yet be implicated, Lib Dem Deputy Leader Daisy Cooper says it's time for Rishi to act.
The Conservatives are clearly knee-deep in this awful, awful scandal. I think for many people it will remind them of the Partygate times. Liberal Democrats have already called on the Prime Minister to intervene personally to make sure that every single person who is being investigated is suspended immediately.
There was no good news on the polling front for the Tories at the weekend as they continue to hover around the 20% mark and look to be on track for one of the worst results in their history. Nigel Farage and Reform UK have been making ground across the last few weeks, but as the media spotlight focuses on the Brexit fan, there were some tough questions from the BBC's Nick Robinson on Friday night's Panorama programme. Farage accused the West of provoking Vladimir Putin into attacking Ukraine as he linked NATO expansion with Putin's invasion. The remarks were widely condemned by both Tory and Labour politicians, including Prime Minister Rishi Sunak.
Now, what he said was completely wrong and only plays into Putin's hands. This is a man who deployed nerve agents on the streets of Britain, and this kind of appeasement is dangerous for Britain's security and only emboldens Putin further.
Security Minister Tom Tugendhat described Farage as Putin's poodle, while Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer was equally quick to condemn the remarks from the Reform leader.
Farage's comments are disgraceful. We have always stood behind Ukraine and supported Ukraine, and so far we've done it united across Parliament.
Saturday saw thousands of people join together with over 350 charities and businesses in a protest march in London. The Restore Nature Now protest also saw high-profile activists hit the streets, including Dale Vince, Chris Packham and Steve Backshall. Dame Emma Thompson spoke to the media on the march and she says whoever wins the election, time is running out to save the British countryside.
Our green and pleasant land is now turning into a bit of a disaster, frankly, and this is the most extraordinary coming together of people and galvanising, particularly before an election, because if we don't act on this, we won't have a countryside anymore. It's as simple as that.
It's been another brutal weekend in Gaza as Israeli airstrikes on Gaza City killed dozens on Saturday in what the IDF says was a targeted strike aimed at taking out a very senior Hamas commander. That followed the shelling of the International Red Cross office on Friday, which saw more than 20 people killed who had taken shelter around the compound. Israeli sources said there had been no direct attack on a Red Cross facility and promised to investigate. Sunday saw a video go viral from the West Bank city of Jenin, which appeared to show an injured Palestinian man tied to the bonnet of an IDF vehicle after an arrest raid. The UN has condemned the incident, accusing Israeli troops of using the man as a human shield. The IDF described the incident as not conforming to its values, as this eyewitness Alaa Azmi describes what happened.
We told them we wanted an ambulance for the wounded person in the room, so the army told us to bring him to them. 15 minutes later, 2 jeeps came. The army told us not to look, and they put him on the jeep's hood and took him.
Still to come on the Smart 7. Euro heartbreak for Scotland, and Tom Hardy thinks he's boring. Right after this.
When you're ready to pop the question, the last thing you want to do is second-guess the ring. At BlueNile.com, you can design a one-of-a-kind ring with the ease and convenience of shopping online. Choose your diamond and setting. When you find the one, you'll get it delivered right to your door. Go to BlueNile.com and use promo code LISTEN to get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more. That's code LISTEN at BlueNile.com for $50 off your purchase. BlueNile.com, code LISTEN.
Welcome back.
We're into the final games of the first phase of the Euros, which means we've got head-to-head games across the week. Sunday saw Group A wrap up as Germany drew 1-1 with Switzerland, a result which sees Germany top the group and Switzerland second. There was heartbreak for Scotland, who lost 1-0 to Hungary after a 100th minute winner, which saw Steve Clarke's side knocked out with just a single point from 3 games. It was also a Formula 1 Sunday with the Spanish Grand Prix on in Barcelona. It was an intense battle between Max Verstappen and Lando Norris, who had started on pole, with the Mercedes of Russell and Hamilton performing well. In the end, Verstappen did enough to win, with Norris second, and a pleasant surprise in the shape of a podium finish for Lewis Hamilton, which meant he's had a podium finish in every one of the last 18 years.
It's been a really, really great weekend. It's been a minute since I've had a result like this, so I'm very, very happy and feel a bit light, which is nice.
This weekend saw 60s biker drama The Bike Riders hit cinemas. It's had good reviews and it boasts an all-star cast with Austin Butler, Jodie Comer and Tom Hardy. Butler and Comer have been doing most of the press around the movie, but Tom Hardy took time to sit down with Heat magazine to chat about his role. He plays the leader of a Hells Angels-type biker gang called the Vandals, but he's much too modest to think he's cool.
What's your advice for being this level of cool?
You've got to be this level of pedestrian, this level of pathetic, and try to invert it at all times, if you possibly can, before going down in a flame of deeply, deeply boring.
We've had quite a lot of religious-themed horror movies recently, but now there's a new one on the way with a familiar theme. Get ready for the horror of The Mother-in-Law. No, not really. But it is a new horror movie which features a young couple and an estranged stepmother called The Front Room. It's from A24 and it stars Brandy and Catherine Hunter as the 2 protagonists. She's expecting her first baby when her husband's oddball stepmother gets landed on them, and then things get really weird really quickly. It hits cinemas on September 6th.
She thinks that the Holy Spirit possesses her and gives her power.
I can't practice my face. Not like I used to.
You're a racist.
You don't know what real racism is.
You're gonna tell me?
Have I offended you? Holy shit.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Hi, I'm Daniel, founder of Pretty Litter. Did you know cats tend to hide symptoms of sickness and pain? I learned this the hard way after losing my cat, Gingy. So I created Pretty Litter, a health monitoring litter that helps detect early signs of illness by changing colors, saving you money and potentially your cat's life. Pretty Litter is veterinarian developed, and it's the easiest way to keep tabs on your fur baby's health right at home.
Go to prettylitter.com and use code ACAST for 20% off your first order and a free cat toy. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details.